G'day, punters. Welcome to another edition of All In. This time we are talking VRC Oaks over the 2,500 metres for the Group 1 for the 3-year-old fillies, of course. And what an intriguing race we have here. I'll just read out some of the runners for you, gents, before we get stuck in it. Squall, Adam Pyrotis, who ride Zardozi. No jockey Nom Jeb, you'd imagine that would just be a Daymax sort of special there. Amazonian Lass, Timmy Clark, Harlow Mist, Mickey D, Serve Coldblade Shit will take the ride. Basilina, D. Oliver, Ethel Maud, no jockey here. Another you, Wings of Song. There's one down here that Mark Zara's aboard for Maddie Smith, and I don't know where we're going there. Arthur Flay, perhaps, and Peaky Ridge. Well, there's the runners for you, gents. Louis, you had one that we couldn't pronounce. What was your tip in the race?
Well, the one we just, and I can't even correct you because I don't really know how it is either. Where's
the horse even? Where's it run? I've never heard of it.
Well, it ran in the Wakeful on Saturday, mind you.
I was too busy.
That is too good.
Trying to work out where Zadozi was.
Yeah, fair enough. Ethel Fleed or Ethel Flad, I've heard. The big A.
The big A.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
the big AETHE. I'm tipping it. So, Tropical Squall is a deserved favourite. And I just have my concerns over it at 2,500 metres. But like the Derby, it's funny. The horses don't necessarily have to see out 2,500 metres to win this race. It's just whoever kind of gets there first. It's a bit like that. It will save the chat for should this race be dropped in distance to another day. Ethelfled sat last in the Wakeful on Saturday and really savaged the line from an impossible winning position, seeing that the leader led the entire way, albeit did go a very fast tempo to win. That was a good win, Amazonian Lass. You've got to give it credit. Maybe helped by the pattern and the wind on the day, but I think as much as Zardozi was the eye catcher and unlucky not to win, this horse up to 2,500 metres looks to be ticking all the boxes. Was kind of the only thing to run on from that far back in the field and made up huge ground. So I think the extra trip will suit. And it looks a genuine stayer to my eye. So Ethel Fled or Flad or whatever, it's on top.
Hey, before we have a chat with Dino, so there's a couple of schools of thought here. What are we talking about? 5-day backup for horses, Zardozi, Ethel Fled, the Amazonian Lass. And I'd probably go as far to say is Amazonian Lass maybe had the easier of the three runs in terms of didn't have to just chase and have a huge sustained working over, where it was just the typical Waterhouse and Bott rolling out in front, and that's just what the horses used to, and it wasn't out of its comfort zone where the other two may have been. What are your thoughts on that coming into a 5-day backup for a 3-year-old filly? Dino first, and then Luke.
Yeah, it's a hard one. It's horses for courses set up. We saw Puglia have a long sustained run in a fastly run Vars. Mooney Valley then come out and run second yesterday behind Riff Rocket. So that horse handled it, and Badad didn't handle it. So I love the run of Zardozi, so I probably wouldn't be too worried about it. I'd be more so worried about Amazonian Lass, just of the sense that it probably got favours back on the inside, Lou.
Yeah, agreed. But I do take your point. It's probably easier. Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Stable-wise, Lou, I think that's probably more to my point.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it wasn't that stable, I'd be more concerned. But because it's that stable, I'm absolutely pumped. It's like the alligator blood theory with the into the Cox play. I actually think it's good for them.
Yeah, I don't know who I heard
the other way.
I heard someone talking that was saying that on Tuesday. Well, this is Tuesday, so I guess it could be different on Thursday. But in terms of the way the track's going to play, I don't think it's going to be that on-speed, hot, fast surface that we had there. I think it's going to change. So that will help horses like Zardozi and Ethelfled and possibly work somewhat against Tropical Squall, Amazonian Lass. What are they going to do in the? Are they just going to? What's going on here? Who's going to? One of them has to lead. Are they going to sit outside the lead? Are they going to try and walk? Are they going to go really quick? What happens here in this map?
I think you'll see Amazonian Lass lead, and I think you'll see Tropical Squall sit out there, and I think the Victorians should be very bloody concerned because you've now got two astute front-running jockeys under the care of two trainers that know a lot about winning Group 1 races, and they'll do what they want out there, those two boys. And don't be surprised if they go find the leader, then between the two of them, just dictate the terms and then may the best horse win at the top of the as they at the top of the rise, so to speak, which is we have around, but of course they don't have a rise at Flemington. But you get my point. At the 300 or 400 metres, they let them go and best horse wins because they just haven't injected enough pace. That would not shock me at all. Dino, what are your thoughts on the Oaks though?
Yeah, crucial on Wednesday. There is 5 to 15 mil of rain expected. It's meant to be a wet Oaks day. I think that bears a lot on this race in the sense of the horse is up on speed on the inside. It's going to be chopped out by Thursday. And you generally, the longer the carnival goes on, the more they get off that inside. So I think that suits a horse like Zardozi. Wet form's going to be crucial for this, and we don't have much to go off. But I just love the run in the way for it on the weekend. I think without the track and the way it played, it probably wins that race with a couple of other horses. Hopefully it draws out, draws in. I think that's not ideal, but Zardozi for me in probably actually Zardozi on top. But in my betting now, I'm going to probably wait to the race day, see what the weather's like, barriers, etc., etc. Probably that sorts out the clash up front as well with Tropical Squall. And only last whoever draws inside leads, and whoever draws outside probably positions outside the leader.
Yep, so Tropical Squall, of course, carrying, I think it was 59 kilos. It'll drop some weight, meet some of these much better at the weights this time around. Look, the angle that I'm taking here, and I always feel like I need to take one, right? There's got to be something, there's got to be an edge here for you, is that I'm against the horses on the 5-day back up, and I'm happy to be with the horse. It comes back in weight, comes off a really strong one race. I think that's ideal for Tropical Squall. Albeit, yes, there has to be some sort of query. Can she run at 2,500 metres, of course, but look, I think she might. I don't know how Serve Coles lines up here. What she did in the Geelong Classic was really, really good, but they may have just been awful. So I just want to sort of... there's not enough juice in that price to tip it, you know what I mean?
Hey, Gano, with the 5-day backup, the Wakeful has been the form line for the last 7 winners of this race.
There you go. Well, and that's it's not necessarily a surprise, though, is it? Like,
no. It's horses. Some horses handle it, and obviously those horses did. I think the biggest tick for that is if we do get a wet track, it probably helps it.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's 2 points on that. So first of all, Louis, it's not so much. I probably should have clarified that. The 5-day back up, the run that they've just come off. That was an easy way forward. And it was like a sit sprint job, and then the 5-day back up, I'm like, that's fantastic.
Sure. I got you.
This way. With regards to 5 to 15 mils, though, Dino, we've got to remember this is, because we do a lot of Sydney racing, this is the best training track in Australia. This is comparatively probably a Newcastle. So 5 to 15 mils. I remember seeing this track hop 30 and then be a soft 6 or something, a soft 5.
Yeah, but exactly.
One.
Like they do such a great job. So look, I'm not sure if we'll get worse than a soft 5, and probably be ideal for everyone. But look, really good race. I'm happy to stick with Tropical Squall. Why not? Dino, your tip?
Zardozi.
Louis, a horse we can't pronounce.
Yep. Apple Flayed.
Looks like.
Super stuff. Make sure you're subscribing, punters. We're about to drop a stakes day. We're going to cover some big races there. There's a big sprint, there's a big mile, there's a big 2,000 metre race, and you're going to be missing out if you don't tune in. So subscribe, and we'll chat to you soon. Thanks, boys.
Thanks, lads.
Ciao.